All right, let's talk about grades. How is your grade calculated in biology? Um, First off, I want to say that if you do the work and you work with the material and you learn and you ask questions and you're engaged in the labs and you're doing the work appropriately, you will pass the class. I have not had anyone who did the work not pass the class. Now, are you going to pass it with a high A? Maybe not. Okay, it's a science class, it's still rigorous, but I don't want this to be a stopping you from getting your degree class, okay? So let's talk about how this breaks down and what I'm looking for. So first off, you have 6 unit exams. Each unit exam is worth roughly 6% of your total grade. 35% of your total grade is from exams, and if you bomb one, it's not going to totally break your grade, okay? Because I have the exams set up where each unit exam is lower value, building towards the cumulative final, and I want you to work with that material and learn it. My exams are all short answer matching and fill in the blank. There are no multiple choice questions, so you won't see multiple choice, but it'll be information you're familiar with. It'll be material that you're familiar with, and I'll always host a review where I ask questions and you can join in and be engaged in that. That's fantastic, okay? So 35% of your total grade is split between the 6 unit exams. 25% of your total grade is from lecture assignments. These are those McGraw-Hill Connect assignments and the relevancy modules, so your knowledge checks and relevancy modules. These are also going to be attributed to any additional assignments I give you. I am going to have you do a North Carolina species research project. That'll be a paper, that'll be an assignment that'll help add to your score. Now, I do drop the 2 lowest grades in the assignment category. This is because if you were to miss an assignment, it happens, okay? We all miss things. It's not the end of the world. But you should be getting hundreds or close to on your assignments. I say that because you have 2 attempts for each assignment. So if you go in and take it once, it'll show you what questions you got wrong, and you should go and read the information or look at those questions again, and then go and take the assignment a second time, okay? So each assignment, you have 2 attempts. In addition, homework assignments are not graded on a late basis. As long as you turn in the knowledge check or relevancy module prior to the end of the unit for each of the chapters within that unit, you get a grade. If you don't turn them in, then it's a 0. So there's a lot of ways to avoid getting a 0 on an assignment, and so you shouldn't be worrying too much about that. If you keep on top of the homework, if you get it all done before the unit exam, you will do just fine, and homework is almost worth as much as your exams, okay? You also have a cumulative final exam that is worth 15% of your total grade. The cumulative final exam is going to use questions from the past 6 exams, the unit exams, as well as adding questions that are comprehensive to the material we learn all semester. Biology builds. What we learn in chapter 1 plays a role in what we learn at the very end of the semester. And so I'm going to ask you to look for those connections through the semester. You'll see connection questions on all of the tests, and the cumulative final just builds on that, okay? 15% of your total grade are your lab workbook assignments. Now, lab workbooks are graded on completion. If you try and you do the work and you answer all of the questions, you get the full points for the lab workbook. If you miss questions or you don't give me good answers, or you, some people like to say like, I don't know, or give me a question and answer that's the question just reworded, that's not gonna earn you points, okay? So for labs, you do the work, you turn it in on time, you get the full points. It's graded on completion, not correction. And I do drop the 2 lowest lab assignment grades as well, because you are allowed 2 absences from lab. So if you turn in labs late, it's an absence, or if you end up not turning it in and it's a 0, that's still an absence, but that grade would get dropped, okay? You also have 2 lab exams that are worth 10% of your grade. 10% total between the 2 exams. The lab exams cover the first half of the semester is on the lab midterm. The second half of the semester is on the lab final. While I don't grade labs for correct answers, I do provide the answer keys. So I will look at your homework, I read through everything, and if I see a question that I'm like, ooh, we missed this, I will highlight it and I will draw your attention to it and say, hey, make sure you check this on the answer key and understand why you had it wrong. If you get that straight and figured out, then you'll be good to go. At that point, you're all set. If you have any questions, please let me know.